Thanks for staying with us. Now, some of the most expensive pieces of music memorabilia have gone under the hammer and the prices have been revealed.
Are we going to find out?
Yeah,
now?
we're going to find out.
And to chat through some sought-after pieces is collector Laurence Carpenter from popicons.com. Good morning to you, Laurence.
Hey.
So, I mean, what are we talking here? Like, how expensive can some memorabilia go for?
Oh, very expensive. Kurt Cobain's guitar from Nirvana sold for like $6 million last year at auction. So
was that from the Unplugged?
That was from Unplugged, yeah.
Oh, wow.
MTV Unplugged.
Yeah.
How much? $6 million?
$6 million.
And that is the most expensive memorabilia item of like rock pop that has ever gone on sale.
Yeah, that's the most expensive ever.
But that was iconic. I remember that live event that he did, MTV Unplugged as well. What other things are there that, like... is there Michael Jackson, something or other as well?
Yeah, there's a statue, interesting looking statue of Michael Jackson with his monkey bubbles that sold for like, I don't know, 10, 15 million.
There it is, there. Look at this.
10 million
I know,
for
look
that.
at this. It's horrendous looking. Yeah. And this, like 10, like it's just incredible that somebody... And why was that worth 10 million? Like, is it because Michael had it and liked it? And
no, it's actually because it was made by an artist called Jeff Koons, and and Jeff Koons, one of his artworks sold for 92 million recently.
Oh,
so
wow.
The combination of Jeff Koons and Michael Jackson.
Okay, just the fact that it's gold and it... I mean, it probably wasn't Jeff Koons who'd be most proud of that one. Well, we've got something here with Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Eric Clapton. What was that? So that's a reach-out guitar as well?
Oh, yeah, the guitar that sold. Yeah, this was for a charity auction, and the guitar was never used by anybody, but was signed by a lot of famous artists.
Wow.
Now, like, my advice to people, if they're going to buy something at a charity auction, is not to consider it an investment, because this sold for a ridiculous amount of money, and which is great for the cause.
See, it's a charity auction. It's going to the charity, so you'll never really recoup your money on that.
You won't recoup your money on that.
Okay, so it's going to a good cause.
No, but I'm saying like a charity.
Of course.
If you're going to donate money to charity, you might as well get a guitar out of it.
But
definitely.
For you, how did this all start then?
For me, this started, I suppose, like, it started with my father taking me to car boot sales and markets.
Right.
And he was a collector. And then it moved on. For me, it really started back in 2010 when I bought 3 Michael Jackson stage-worn hats. I bought them from eBay for like $5,000.
How did you know they were actually Michael Jackson's hats, though?
Well, they came with letters of provenance from his management company.
Okay.
So so that's why I bought them in the first place.
And you bought them for how much?
About $5,000.
How much did you sell them for?
$150,000.
Yay! Get in there! Get in!
Did you? I did. Yeah.
Can anyone do this?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Wow. So right. Okay. Well, what have we got here then, and how much will you give it to me for?
So this is a Metallica guitar that was owned and used by Kirk Hammett, the lead guitarist from Metallica. Right. And this is quite important guitar because it was used on one of the biggest selling albums of all time, the Black Album. So anything used on it to record an iconic album is intrinsically
valuable. And how do you
valuable.
know that this is the one that...
Yeah, good question. Because that's where all the value is tied up, is in the provenance and authenticity. This comes with a certificate signed by Kirk himself, and more importantly, it comes with unpublished video footage
of him
Kirk
playing
the guitar and explaining what he used it for.
And how much would this go for, do you think?
Well, a similar guitar sold at auction recently for just under $300,000. So this is worth probably around $250,000.
Okay. Put that in the back of my car.
Hands off
my car.
Now, I
the other guitar that's
Noel Gallagher. So I watched him in Glastonbury at the weekend.
Okay.
And I love it if Oasis got back together again to play.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Never happened.
Don't hold your breath.
No, never happened.
It will.
No,
It'll happen. Imagine the Gallagher. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
This is one of his guitars.
That's right. Yeah, that's Noel Gallagher's guitars from the early days of Oasis. And this was used by Noel to record Oasis's debut album, Definitely Maybe.
Oh, Definitely Maybe?
Definitely Maybe, yeah.
And again, you have a certificate of authenticity with that as well?
Yeah, it comes with a letter from Noel Gallagher. He states the serial number and that it was used by him during the recording of Definitely Maybe.
And how much would this be worth?
Well,
look at that.
a comparable sale happened recently in Paris for a guitar that was owned and used by Noel, and it sold for just under €400,000.
€400,000.
Yeah.
So where do you keep this now? Well, we won't tell anybody.
Yeah,
under lock and key somewhere.
I actually, lots of the pieces my company owns are on loan to museums. So I've pieces in Los Angeles and Mississippi, and I've actually had a Madonna dressed on a cruise ship going around the world.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like the Irish version of the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
Well, we move on. Do you have some more pieces
we
as
just
well?
want to maybe show Bono's letter, Bono's lyrics here to B.B. King.
Of course, yeah.
So I don't know if we can zoom in on these. So tell us about these lyrics.
Yeah, so these are handwritten lyrics by Bono from U2, and they were written for B.B. King
Actually
for the
see
song.
on the flip side.
When Love
So on the
Comes
flip
Down.
side
Bono
it says
wrote.
you can sing any of the verses that you want to, but I thought the gospel verse would be great. B for Bono to B.B. King.
To B.B.
Amazing.
King. Yeah.
Again, it's stunning.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you even get your hands on these things?
That's what I do. It's kind of like a bit like a private investigator trying to track information down and people down.
And does it come up on sites that things are going to become available?
It'd be like people put snippets of information up on social media, like they own a certain piece, so I'll get in touch with them.
We'll go quickly over here.
So we've Madonna. Who's this?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga wore this back in 2014 in Las Vegas.
Wow, right.
In a show in Las Vegas.
No, just chilling out in Las Vegas.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
so how did that come about then?
I bought that from her stylist.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I love this one, Alan. So this is George Michael, isn't it? It's actually got by our... Oh, you can't open it here. But it's got his name and stuff embroidered from
So did he wear this on
Armani.
tour?
Yeah, George Michael had this custom made by Giorgio Armani, and he wore it on tour for his 25 Live World Tour.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this was stage worn.
Incredible.
And this is stage worn as well by Madonna.
That's correct. Yeah, that was custom made for Madonna and worn back in the 90s for her Blonde Ambition tour. Yeah.
Amazing. Where can people find you if they want to find out more?
I just launched a new website called Rock Solid Investments. So it's rocksolidinvestments.ie.
And teach you how to get something for $5 grand and sell for 100.
I tell you, right, it's definitely a rock solid investment if you could do that.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks very much. Very
Really
interesting.
interesting.